Hey guys, Gamerzak here, and welcome to another one of my Civilization 6 mod spotlights. And today, this is a good one. Now, yesterday I made a video on if Civilization 6 is worth it 3 months in, where I listed out things that have been fixed and have not been fixed in the past 3 months, or the first 3 months of release for Civ 6. And one of the things that really has been annoying me so far is the lack of build queues for cities in Civilization 6. Because without build queues, especially in this game where you're supposed to be playing a bit wider, you're supposed to have more cities. You could have 10, 20 cities, and choosing production for each of those cities, especially if they have a lot of production and completing things every turn, it could take forever to finish your turn. So, luckily, there is a production queue mod, which has been made by Lozenged. Of course, it's linked in the description, so go check it out, and it's very easy. You just download the files, put it into your mod folder. Instructions are on the page linked below. And as you can see from the footage on the screen now, it's surprisingly simple to use. I mean, you just click on the things you want to build, it adds it to a production queue, and you can... it's really impressive actually, because it's not just a production queue. The way you can interact with it is also impressive. You can, there's for example, left-clicking adds an item to the bottom of the queue. Control left-clicking or middle-clicking adds it to the top of the queue. And when it's in the production queue panel, you can drag things, you can drag and drop to position or reposition the items within the queue. You can double left click to move it to the top of the queue, right click to remove it, and here's something that really did impress me is if you hover over something queued which takes up a tile, for example a wonder or a district, it would actually highlight on the map where it's gonna be built. And that's fantastic. And there also doesn't seem to be any limit to how many things you can queue up. You could queue up 20, 30 things and it's fine. It just adds a scroll bar. You can scroll up and down and see what you've queued up. And there's even a few clever things. For example, you can't drag a temple above a holy site. It does know what needs to be built first. You can't accidentally put it in the wrong order and glitch out the game. Also, units that you queue up, if they become obsolete through technology, they'll automatically be switched to the unit that is replacing it. So for example, your warriors get replaced by swordsmen and you had a warrior in a build queue, the warrior will automatically be switched to a swordsman. But of course, if you don't have iron for a swordsman, the warrior will be removed from the queue rather than being upgraded. So these little clever things that the mod does is really what makes it. And I have to highly, highly recommend it. Now, of course, as with any mods that start to change how the game functions, there are some stability issues. The game did crash on me once when I was clicking too quickly, but it was just at one time, so maybe I just accidentally did something in a weird order. And there are a couple issues. For example, once a district has been placed, it doesn't really highlight properly anymore because it's sort of already on the map, but it didn't do the same thing for wonders. So there's a few quirks to this mod, but overall, having a build queue is better than not having one at all. Also, I do have to say that the build queue mod did not work with any of my save games, and I test these mods with only these mods installed besides official DLCs. So after installing the build queue mod, none of my save files had a build queue. Only new games, the games I started fresh, had a build queue. Just thought I should mention that. Now, unfortunately, this mod is not currently compatible with CQUI, which is this big UI overhaul for Civilization 6, though the lead for CQUI has been stated of being interested in the production queue. So in the future, the production queue might be added to CQUI as part of that mod pack. But for now, you do have to choose between one or the other. And I do have to say, having a production queue is very, very good. And mods like this is what makes you wonder why Firaxis can't get production queues into the game already officially. I really don't know. Maybe there's some behind-the-scenes issue with a production queue. Anyway, that is the production queue by Lozenged. Go check it out. Link in the description. Leave a comment letting me know how happy this mod has made you. And if you'd like more Civilization 6 content, go check it out. I have a video on Is the Game Worth It? 3 months after release. Or you could check out my Poland gameplay video, where I'm checking out Jadwiga's Legacy, the new scenario that came along in the winter update. My name has been Gamerzak. Hope you enjoyed it and found it useful, and I'll see you in the next video.